MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. It's 2016 Colorado High School Volleyball. It's senior night. It's the Bulldogs versus the Meeker Cowboys. So Shane seniors got Emma Samuelson with her parents and Matti Duzik with her parents. The two senior volleyball players. Two great young ladies that have just had a tremendous career at Moffat County. They're both 3-year lettermen in volleyball.
Yeah, you've got two power families in this community. Both of these families have done a ton for the local community.
Emma and Matti Jo, thank you for everything you've done at Moffat County High School, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish in the future. Well done, ladies.
I'm Emma Samuelson. I'm the libero. I'm number 2, and I've lettered 3 years. My favorite volleyball memory was playing with my sisters as a sophomore, and they were seniors. My greatest accomplishment was playing varsity as a sophomore. If I could give advice to future players, I would tell them just to always work hard and work as a team and be a leader on the floor. I'd like to thank all my family members and all my coaches throughout the years and all the fans supporting us in all of our games.
So Emma Samuelson, this is my 3rd year with Emma, and one of my most favorite things about her is just her personality in general. She has the funnest personality, and no matter where we're at, whether it's practice, away games, on the bus, during the game, she's making everybody laugh. One of her special talents, she'll love that I said this, but is crossing one eye and being able to smile while she does it. So if there's a real serious time, she manages to do that and everybody loses focus, but it gets us back in a better mood. She's one of the best liberos I could ask for. She hunts the ball down. She's a leader. She's a natural leader, and she's going to be missed very, very dearly.
I'm Matti Duzik. I'm number 4. I'm a middle hitter, and I've lettered for 3 years. My favorite volleyball memory for these past 4 years of my high school career has definitely been the friendships I've made and the long bus rides with my team and with my coaches. An accomplishment I'm extremely proud of is my sophomore year I was able to start on our varsity team and become Western Slope All-Conference. If I could give any advice to future volleyball players and freshmen involved, is if you want to play with your heart, 110%, and if you work hard, good things will come. I would like to thank my parents. Without them, I would not be who I am today. They have taught me so much about work ethic, personal drive, and how to succeed. I am so thankful that I had them in my life and their unconditional love and support. I'd also like to thank my family for their support and their love, my teammates for being there for me, believing in me, and being my friends and helping us all along. I'd like to thank my coaches. Coach K, I'd like to thank you so much for helping me these past 3 years become the better volleyball player I can be, and not only being my coach, but also my friend. Coach Doherty, I'd like to thank you for being here and helping us in every way you can, and also to Coach Steppen, thank you so much for stepping up and taking control of these freshmen. This is so important for our program. Thank you so much. And for anybody else who supports Moffat County Volleyball, I thank you so much for being a part of this and helping us all succeed. Thank you.
And Matti Jo Duzik, she is an awesome middle hitter, and she's fantastic on defense. She has the same goofy qualities as Emma, but one of her strongest qualities is her leadership. And I've watched Matti Jo this year, especially as a senior, go aside during drills and tell freshmen, hey, you're doing this wrong, and if somebody would have told me this, I'd be so much further ahead. So if you can work on your approach this way, or this is what helped me. And that's probably what I'm going to miss the most about Matti Jo is her leadership. No matter what she does, no matter what either one of them do, they're going to be fantastic, and I just wish them nothing but the best.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in
Shane. Girls are getting pumped up, ready to go. 5 games that they play here. Best of 5 is what happens at varsity level.
Heck yeah, you want to be that first to 3. Let's play 3 games, win 3 in a row, and call it a night, huh? We are excited and pleased to be able to bring you our first ever Moffat County Bulldog volleyball action here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. And Kip, this is a challenge to both of us. We love our volleyball during the Olympics. Hopefully you can follow us, and we do a good job representing these fine young ladies on both sides of the net.
All right, serving for the Meeker Cowboys is going to be Cassie Luce, sophomore.
Nice overhand serve, nice bump, good set, but not a good spike. Oh, and Meeker's into the net, Kip, and a point for the Bulldogs. But you want to start right away, get the lead, and build that momentum.
Volleyball all rally scoring. Emma Samuelson in, libero for the Bulldogs.
A nice reception, and the easy spike, and it's out. So 2-0.
Bulldogs on a roll right now. Emma Samuelson, a libero. If you're not familiar with that, libero is actually a defensive specialist that remains in the game and is not governed by the regular rules of rotation. So Emma Samuelson, the libero for the Bulldogs, and Leela Klingelsmith, the libero for the Cowboys.
I was going to let you handle that because I had no idea, Kip. Nice service on the line. Oh, very close. So it's the first negative play for the Bulldogs, but what a great start as they had the first 3 points and lead 3-1 as Meeker serves for the first time tonight. And you saw with Samuelson, that means she can set up anywhere defensively with that blue jersey on. And she's right in the middle of the court. Nice job by Duzik receiving that serve. Here's the spike for the Bulldogs. Nice spike. Meeker receives it well, and now they have a nice spike and a kill.
That was number 9, Reese Pertel, the senior for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that spike, nobody's going to go down and get that one. She put it right into the top of the net, and it falls where no one is for the Bulldogs. 3-2, Bulldogs ahead.
Big jumping serve by the Cowboys that time.
Nice.
And a little miscommunication, and that point's going to go to the Bulldogs.
Great job by Lawton there. You see she was setting up for her set, and she went ahead and set it over the net on the second shot and surprised Meeker. Here we go. Here's the opportunity for the spike from the back line. But that's a tough set there as the set goes backwards, and we have to try to spike it from, what would you say, about 20 feet behind the net.
That's definitely tough to make that happen.
Good reception. Here's the set. There's the spice.
Hey, Matty Joe, nice. Bulldogs get it right back.
Oh, what a play by Meeker.
Yeah, beautiful save.
Nice.
And Duzik puts it down.
Kill shot right there, and the Bulldogs now up 5-3. Looking good so far as they have the serve in the 2-point lead.
Serving for the Bulldogs, number 7, Josie Timmer.
Nice save.
What a dig by Morgan back there.
He's going to be out. Thanks for the help. Meeker has one chance to put it over the net. Now set us up here. Bump. Nice set across court. Here's the spike. And it's out. Darn, everything else looked beautiful there. Just didn't quite put it in.
Megan Phelan with the serve for the Cowboys. Good dig by Samuelson. There's the set. Oh! There was some zip on that one.
Another kill shot by our top player right there. And I'll tell you what, Morgan Lawton does a great job with that suspended disbelief tip where you don't know if she's going to set it up to spike it or put it over the net on the second chance.
Bailey Lawton, Morgan, her sister, graduated last year.
I'd like to say hello to Morgan.
And we've done that more than once in football too. You get these families that have multiple kids in the same sport, and we miss Morgan and we love Bailey. Bailey's doing a heck of a job in there.
Yeah, already the fact that I've already messed her name up, 4 times shows how good she's doing, and Bailey won't happen again.
Well, and then don't confuse that with Morgan Nelson too. So
don't even tell me that. Look at this running jump spike set serve.
Hey,
every terminology.
Puts it in the corner.
Yes, good job. Yeah, that serves crazy, kid. They run up like they're doing the beach volleyball, and they basically spike serve. Bulldogs with the lead, 7-5.
Nice serve by Matti Jo. She'll take the dig near backcourt.
Oh,
Squeaks it over. Jana Camilletti gets just enough of it, and it's another point. It's an 8-5 lead for the Bulldogs.
they say you'd rather be lucky than good, right? And I think they were a little bit of both there. And what a serve! A monster serve as it goes off the hands into the out of bounds.
Senior night, and Matti Jo is tearing it up. She is fired up.
Yeah, that time she tried to go a little bit too hard. Almost knocked one of her own players unconscious from behind. 9-6, the Bulldogs have the lead. Another one of these running serves. Good job. Oh.
And they try to save it. Nice serve by number 2, Chrissy Luce.
And this is where Samuelson, as you talked about, she will adjust where she's at back here defensively to try to receive this crazy hard serve. That's what they wanted. She did her job. Here's the spike. Nope, she just goes ahead and sets it over. Great spike, Kip. Nothing you can do there. And this is a ball game right now. 9-8, Bulldogs with the 1-point lead. Ooh.
And yes.
Talk about
barely
lucky.
makes over the net. There you go.
Yep, and this
Looked like it wasn't even going to go over the net, and then when it did, you thought it was going to go out.
totally miss hit, and it drops in. This service game right now for Meeker is incredible. They run up and crush it. Now she does the little shot put serve. Here we go. She's just going to set it over. We want Duzik to get every opportunity to spike it. Good
Nice
job.
dig by Josie Timmer.
Here we go. They're going to have to hit it from the back. That's what you want.
And that was set up by Josie Timmer's dig. It kept it alive.
Keep
And
them
the
off
Bulldogs
balance.
back up by 1.
Nice crowd here tonight, Kip, on senior night. Here we go.
Bailey Lawton with the serve. Meeker tries to just tap it over. Big hit by the Cowboys, dug by Samuelson, but nobody else there to pick it up. And it's all tied up at 10.
Right up, and I'll tell you right now, when you've got that monster spiker back there in Duzik, you want to set her up every chance you get. And that serves in the net, gives the Bulldogs the lead back. And you know serving is everything, Kip. You've got to get that ball over the net to score points. So that gives us a freebie in the 11-10 lead. This is a close, hard-fought senior night game right now. Nice serve by Samuelson. Nice bump. Here's the set.
Set
Spike.
by Lawton, spike by Samuelson, dug by the Cowboys. Cowboys will just tap it over. They use a little finesse, and they're able to tie it back up. On the court for the Bulldogs right now, Tiffany Hildebrandt and Morgan Nelson, Matti Jo Duzik, Emma Samuelson, Bailey Lawton, and Josie Timmer.
Now watch this serve, Kip, as you go left-handed, running, and wow, that was a perfect serve. Nice dig there by Lawton. See what happens here over the net. Meeker sets up their spike game. What a spike it is. Great dig.
Great deal, both sides.
Boom with the lefty. Oh! And for the first time, our Lady Bulldogs fall behind, but what an incredible back and forth service we had there. That just came down to who wanted just a little bit more. And out of bounds, so the lefty gets it in with one incredible serve, but now ties us back up. And this is a barn burner, Kip.
Serve. Morgan, a sophomore.
Tell you what, she's one heck of a shot put and discus or two last year for our cameraman there, Lance Scranton.
Nice block by the Cowboys.
Yes,
But
here we go.
Duzik has a great recovery and saves it for the Bulldogs.
Nice!
Beautiful block by Duzik.
I'll tell you what, if that's the Kimbe Mutombo, he waves his finger and it says, "Man does not fly in the house of Mutombo."
I love it. 13-12, Bulldog lead.
Do I think it's going to be out? And Lawton believed it was going to be in, so she gave every effort she had and now we're tied up 13 to 13. Can Duzik carry us to victory here? Nice job, Samuelson, our senior. Here we go.
Set by Lawton. Duzik will send it across.
A little dink sets us up now. Let's see the spike. Nice spike. Nice job. That should be the 4th hit, I would think. Here we go.
Good save by Samuelson. I'd like to see that Emma giving everything she's got, laying out to try to save it. Bulldogs now down by 1.
And I see the signal too that he gives there, Kip. It came off the hand, so they had 3 shots after that. I was seeing the 4 hits, but they're allowed 3 if they tip it.
14-13, timeout Bulldogs. Serving for the Cowboys, number 9, Reese Pertell. Hey, good decision by Morgan Nelson. She was about to go for it, thought better, and she made the right decision. Easy point for the Bulldogs.
Yep, you have about that much time to make that decision back there. Good job. Here's the serve. Meeker with the quick spike.
Nice save by Lawton.
There we go, cross court spike. Good job by the Bulldogs digging it. Duzik's all over the place, battling with every inch of her soul right here. Samuelson does a good job setting it up. Meeker now setting up their spike game. And it's down.
That's what you want to do, girls. Back in the lead, 15-14.
Back and forth they go.
Game number 1, and it's a barn burner.
There we go. Every serve is hugely important, obviously, at this point. Oh! I jinxed us, Kip. Knock on wood. Missed serve, and Bulldogs fall behind, or we're tied now.
Maggie Phelan with the serve for the Cowboys. Lawton set to Hildebrandt.
Wow.
Good save by the Cowboys.
One-hander there. That was some Odell Beckham Jr. action there. Here we go now. Meeker setting it up for a good spike, and that is what you call one heck of a kill shot.
Yeah, that was Cassie Luce, and she had a little bit of pepper on that one.
Every single play now matters so much in this one-point ball game. Get the tie back here. Samuelson with a nice bump, a nice set, and Duzik just dinks it over. Thought that was her chance to get the big kill. Let's try it again here. Let's see the set. Here's a spike for Duzik, but again, there it is.
Nice dig by the Cowboys off a hard spike by Duzik.
There it is again. Set it. Set up that spike with your star, but no, this time nobody home. And for the first time in this game, we are down by 2, Kip.
Cowboys will send it across. Lawton with the set. Duzik puts a little on that one.
There we go. That is what you call a killer kill.
Yeah, let's see more of that. Great job. Great set. Great spike.
Drop it in. Here we go. Meeker looking for their chance now to spike on the feet. Oh!
Just inside the line.
That is killer right there. Heartbreaking. So now 18 to 16. You've really got to bear down now, as you've got Meeker serving from the opposite side. Man, they serve all over the place, Kip.
Lila Klingel-Smith, libero. Cowboys will set it up. They try to place it over. Janet Camilletti just misses it. And Meeker goes to 19, Moffat County 16.
Got to get it back now. You were ahead this entire set. There it is. Samuelson with a good job. Sets up the bump. Here's the spike. Meeker does a good job.
Bulldogs are going to get another opportunity here.
Good job. Lawton was stronger.
Nice job.
And you pushed 2 people, both hands on the ball at the center of the net. And that time Lawton had the stronger hands, and she won that hand war.
Hey, it's rally time, Bulldogs. Let's get it going. Duzik will send it across.
The quick spike set us up now. She does the quick dink over the net here. Set it up again. Samuelson with the bump. Here's the set. It's going to be a spike from the backcourt. Nice spike from Samuelson, our senior. Dinked over by Meeker.
Set back to Bailey. And way across. Just couldn't find the far corner, and it's 20-17 in favor of the Cowboys.
Yeah, incredible action back and forth here, but we are going to have to win 3 out of the next 5 just to get back into this at all. So nice bump, set. Now give it to your killer. There's a spike from the back midcourt. Meeker now does the same thing.
Nice placement by Lawton. She finds that corner. Beautiful.
And you know what, Kip? The awesome thing about MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM is that probably Morgan Lawton might be able to watch this over there in Harvard. So props, hello to her. Your sister Bailey Lawton playing great tonight. What a stop! Oh, what a play by Meeker, Kip.
Meeker keeping it alive.
Kill it.
Hey, nice save by Jana. Looked like it might fall on the Bulldog side, but she makes the great save. And then Meeker finds the corner on the Bulldogs.
An incredible play there by Meeker. She knew exactly where she was putting that. She aimed her set and put it right where nobody was.
Cassie Luce back to serve for the Cowboys. 21-18. Bulldogs trail. Clips the net, found its way over. Big set, spike coming up. What a dig. Great dig by Samuelson. Bulldogs not able to get it back over though, and it's 22-18. Timeout Bulldogs.
Never to be seen again.
Rolled right out the back, and it has left the building.
Nice spike. And there it is. There's the first set, first game, Kip. The Bulldogs were ahead for a long time in that. They've got to realize now mentally, you've got to forget that. They've got to get this next one because they played really well, but set up your superstar to spike in this next one. Let her carry you on your shoulders. Here we go, Kip.
Bulldogs down 1-0. And serving for the Bulldogs is going to be Morgan Nelson to start it off.
So when you're going best out of 5, the all-important second set. Let's start out positive here, build the lead.
Nice save by Nelson. Hildebrandt makes a good save of her own. That sets Meeker up though. And they try to just place it over, and they find the hole, and it's 1-0, a quick lead for the Cowboys.
Like we talked about, Kemp, the old saying in baseball, hit it where they ain't, or Meeker is putting it where they ain't. And they're ahead 1-0 early in this second match. Oh, and it's called in. That's a close one.
Video replay.
Yeah, you'd like to have the replay there. We'll call for it. That looked really close. I couldn't see the line judge, but she's over on the far side. That comes down to the official up top. Ooh, and good. Once again, a little bit of luck plays into it. 2 serves in a row that are good. Misses the third one. 2-1 now. Bulldogs behind, but we have the service game. Let's go on a long volley right now. Get about 4 or 5 points in a row.
Josie Timmer, the lefty, puts it over.
Nice serve. Good set. And just no spike game there. You got to get it over with more power. Here's the set. Here's the spike. Good job receiving it.
Good save. Wisely gets it over. And Meeker's.
Call us in the
I thought
net.
they were going to be in the net, but they're calling the Bulldogs in the net. 3-1 lead.
You don't
Meeker.
see that called very much anymore, Kip. In fact, first time we've seen it this game. Used to see it all the time back in the old days when we were young, right? And nice job for Meeker again, serving it off of us. 4-1 already with a big lead. You know, you don't see anybody do the cool serve that we used to do in PE, right? The one where you hold it underneath the basket, hand underneath, you know, nice loop. These power serves are all
I was
vogue
good
now.
at that, too.
Me too.
That's not very effective, though.
No.
In PE, yes.
As Meeker puts another one in right on the line. Tell you what, though, I bet it would mess with them out here if you all of a sudden just broke out with that. You know, the nice and it almost hits the roof, comes down.
They used to have that in baseball. They called it the ephus pitch.
Yes,
And it worked
yes.
more often than not.
Yes, very high and comes down very quick. Here we go, Meeker again setting up their spike game. And they're
Nice
on fire.
dig. That time Nelson picks it up nicely.
Good job by our spiker there. Whoa,
Oh,
and
what a
it's blocked.
block. Hey, nice block though. We had Lawton and Duzik up there, man, and it wasn't coming on our side, that's for sure. Unfortunately, it just didn't land where we wanted it to.
Yeah, stopped it. But right now, here in a minute, I don't know how timeouts work, but if this is a football game, I'm going to call a timeout right here, huh? Tough. We're down 7-1 here, and we've got to change this momentum. Get it back going, ladies. Nice.
Blocked by Duzik.
Tell you what, that's like teeing it up for Babe Ruth. You put it on the tee, they are going to knock it out of the park, and that's what she did right there.
Yeah, Reese Purtell, the senior.
Put it down with authority. There we go. Now it's time to get the
Bulldogs
rally.
needed to answer. They find a way right there. Now we need to get a rally going of our own.
Nice serve.
Hildebrandt tries to find the open spot. Big spike. Somehow, some way, you got to do your best to keep it out of the hands of Purtell, and Meeker's doing a good job setting her up for all those kills.
Heck yeah, I mean, you can always tell that killer spike has to sound like somebody just got slapped hard, and that ball is getting crushed, and right now we're having a tough time receiving those spikes. Here we go, here's the bump, very high in the air, set over.
Hey, nice placement by Bailey Lawton. Sees an open spot and takes advantage of it.
Now 9-3, still early enough in this game. A lot of points still to be had, but you've got to go on a long rally here.
Nice serve by Duzik. All because of a great serve. Duzik puts it over, and Bulldogs are climbing back into it, 4-9.
Yep, if I remember correctly, Kip, I believe last year Duzik was one of the all-conference players on this team, and you can see it. She has mad skills, but you got to give her a chance to use them.
Great save by the Bulldogs.
Good job by Duzik. Meeker sets up their spike game, a backward set,
And it's out. 5-9, Bulldogs got a rally going.
Back
Let's keep
in
it, girls.
Here we go. I remember a couple times they talked me into being that line judge, Kip. No fun.
No, you got to see it in an instant. Out again.
Nice.
Bulldogs are climbing back.
And the Bulldogs coach, you see she's doing her best job to influence the official. Out! Me too.
No doubt.
Oh, look, it's going to be out, Kip.
That's one of those ones that's so close that we talked about. You just don't know. If it is, it's going to be by a hair.
Wow.
Big spike by the Cowboys.
And we talked about it, Kip, Olympic-style volleyball. That right there is a professional-type play. The very quick set where up-down. And that breaks that rally by the Bulldogs. We had pulled it within 9-6, now 10-6. Samuelson hits it right back over the net, and that was out. So hard to prevent yourself from just throwing that hand up, you know, and you gotta say, no, no, no.
No, it's a fraction of a second where you have to make that decision.
So here we go, we have climbed back into this. Lawton Bailey with the nice serve, forces them to make the decision. Here's the set, there's the bump. What are they calling here? Hopefully it's our point. No, they're calling us in the net, Kip.
11-7 in favor of the Cowboys. And the set. Duzik will try to, just barely doesn't make it over the net. She was trying to place it.
And that's
12-7 Cowboy lead.
That's got to be the one that she just crushes, and it just wasn't quite right. She is our star. Setting it up again. Here's the set. Here's the spike. She just nicely lobs it over. Here it is for the Bulldogs now. Nice spike. Nice job. And the point for the Bulldogs, pulling back into it. to 12.
Now on the court for the Bulldogs comes Tiffany Hildebrandt. Samuelson with a beautiful serve, just skims the top of that net.
That is about as good of a serve as you can have, but all for naught. And again, Meeker just finds ways on plays where you think they're done. Somebody throws out a hand, and it's skill when it works all the time. Numerous times they've thrown out one fist and got it back into play and won after the Bulldogs had a great serve, about as good as a serve as you could have had. Oh, that looked like a carry, didn't it, Kip? I mean, the spike comes off.
Yeah, big serve by the Cowboys, and Bulldogs get it back, and somehow, like you said, it looked almost like it was a carry. Doesn't get called.
Big turning point in that game right there. Just got to get over the net. Samuelson does a good job. Here's the set. Here goes a big spike. And I'll tell you what, when Meeker is able to get it set up nicely, it's usually going down. It is a thing of beauty to watch, whether it's our team or anybody else. That is pretty. Now it's 15-8. Big turning point, that play. Here we go. Here's the spike. Nope, we're just going to set it back over.
Good dig by Matty Joe. Meeker just has to get it back. Now, bump, set, and put it down. Hildebrandt up. Nice hit. Good save by Klingelsmith.
See, and that forces them. Oh, and see, even there, it's just...
They find the open spot.
Just sometimes being lucky is where it's at, and right there, they're forced to really hit it lightly from the backcourt, but it just drops in where we're not, and they're doubling us up right now, 16-8.
Klingelsmith on a roll right now, serving for the Cowboys.
And here it is again, Kip. This is tough to stop. So percentage-wise, Kip, if you look at this and you count the number of times that Meeker has been successful in their bump, and then a set, and then a spike opportunity, I bet you they're around 80% right now. The Bulldogs not as lucky.
Nice job, Matty Joe.
And I knew I could jinx him. See right there, no bump set spike there.
Matty Joe getting some elevation and putting it down. Nice block.
She's going to be a power this year for our girls basketball team too, Kip. Duzik, that is. And hey, just like that. Just a couple little mistakes and you climb right back into it. Now it's 16-11. Now you have an opportunity. Opportunity knocks. Answer.
Cross court by the Cowboys. Makes it tough for the Bulldogs.
You see right there, Kip, you've got that line, the antenna, and if it goes outside of it and in, it's considered out. In the Olympics, you don't see that as often where they make that call. I mean, everything going our way that time and just some bad luck.
Samuelson comes up strong. Somehow Meeker's able to save it, and they get it back across.
Here we go, set it. Here's the spike. Nice! But a good dig. Here's another spike by Meeker. Oh, and what are you going to do about that? You're going to give up a point. That was an incredibly powerful spike and a point, and it's 18-11 now.
Just makes its way over the net. Nice hit by Matty Joe.
There we go.
Immediately just puts it right back on the Cowboys side. Great idea. And the Bulldogs are now down by 6.
And there's your what if, Kip. What if we could set her up like that all the time? Look at the power that Duzik has when she has an opportunity for that spike.
Woo! Oh, what a block. And a great save by the Cowboys.
Again! We just can't get it down. Every time we go after Meeker, they're able to save it. Here comes the spike from the backcourt. Oh!
Just stays in on the line. 19-12 in favor of the Cowboys.
And again, as we were saying, what else can you do? Everything you do you think is right there, and you lose right at the last second. Nice serve by Meeker. Set it up for her, but it's a bad set, and that's going to kill you every time. So 20-12, Meeker now with the blowout here in the second set. See if the Bulldogs can get something going right here before they head
Keep
to
it
the
in
third.
play. Get it over. There we go. Good idea. We've seen Duzik do that a couple times.
Yes.
They set her up with that short set over the net, and she just makes quick work of it.
So let's get some momentum going. Even if we can't win this one, we can roll into the next one. Says Duzik with authority, and now 20-14, and the Bulldogs a little bit something going here.
Nice dig by the Bulldogs.
Good job, the save. Here's the spike. Oh, and the miss hit, a rare miss hit by Meeker tonight. And again now, we're back in it to a point, 20-15. We need to roll off 5 in a row here. Oh, and that's just right there, just bad luck. Bulldogs making a change here. Same thing with Meeker. We'll see their service game again. They have got some powerful servers, and they like to go with that beach style where they run up and crush it. There's a nice bump. Here's the set, and here's the cross-court spike. The quick spike again. I don't know if we have that in our arsenal, but man, that is a big-time play when you can do that. Like I said, let's build some momentum heading into that third decisive game. Here's the set now. Give her a chance. Oh.
Good idea, though. Had the right idea going for that back corner.
Yeah, she tried to place it there, and we'll win or lose with Duzik. I'm okay with that. So now 15-24. Game point again, and we talked about it. It's 3. So the Bulldogs going to be down 2-0 unless they can have a miraculous comeback here. Oh, and they're going to call the net on Meeker that time. You never know. I mean, shoot, I used to hang all over that net back in my day of playing volleyball. There's a crazy spike.
Nice dig by Samuelson.
There's that quick spike, and that ends the tip. So now, of any other sport that I've ever seen, I've seen a lot of teams come back from the 2-0 deficit in volleyball. I don't know what it is about volleyball, but it is not over. You just have to win one and build some momentum. But you got to get your heads up right now, girls, and realize it's senior night. Forget those. Win one at a time. Duzik and Severson, Daniel would love to help us. That's great advertising for him. Have his name big time like it does on the left.
Big win don't come up. All right. Bulldogs down by 2.
And I was just getting ready to say the littlest of things, Kip. Maybe start out, get that lead, but that's already past us now as we're down 1-0. This service game for these Meeker Cowboys is incredible. Watch this. Bam! It is coming down quickly and with a lot of power right at you. Here's the spike. Nope, it's just a bump over the net. That's a lot easier to receive than this right here, I'll tell you what. So Duzik sets it up with the bump. Here's the backward set. Left-handed spike, but it's into the cheap seats.
Sails long for the Bulldogs. Best of 5, Bulldogs down by 2. 2-0 is the score of this one. Just tries to loft it over and isn't going to make it. And the Bulldogs are on the board.
For the old days, Kip, we always keep saying that as if we're, you know, like zombies or something up here. We're mummy age. In the old days, you think about where you had to have the serve to get points. Think how long those games would take. We'd still be in this first game.
Yeah. A lot of things to speed up the game in volleyball. They went to the rally scoring, and then they added a libero too to speed things up and make it more exciting.
Here we go. Right now, 3-1 Meeker, and the Bulldogs just need to get even here. Nice job. There we go. 3-2 now. with the service here, tie this. Little victories right now. And you said it is a fun game to watch now with it being sped up over the years. There's a nice serve. That's the best serve probably next to Duzik we've had all night, and it ties this ball game up. Take little victories. Climb that mountain slowly. I think I can. I think I can. Here we go.
It's always a little bit different when it's coming in from a lefty.
Heck yeah, whether it's a quarterback or a pitcher, different spin, different rotation. Nice serve again. Meeker with the nice setup. There is a good block, but Duzik just can't bring it down the other side of the net. I'll tell you what, that is an epic battle and a confrontation in the middle right there between those two girls. Here we go, back 4-3, the Bulldogs down by 1. Keep this close. Give yourself an opportunity to win at the end. Bulldogs down 2-0 right now, so this is it, the penultimate game. There we go, there is the bump. There's the set, but it's just gonna be another bump over the net. Here's another big spike.
Nice dig by Terry Gillette in for the Bulldogs now. Hey, and that was set up because of that. Great job, Terry.
Yes, believe in yourself. Nice cross-court spike there as we bring Samuelson out for a moment. Here is the serve. Good job, and it gives us a chance now. Here we go. Let's have a nice spike.
And good spike. Nice block.
But, you know, even there, Kip, you know, it just the set just wasn't quite where she was going to be at, and she had to kind of reach for it. She is a powerhouse. Give her the opportunity to win. And there is why that powerful serve is so huge. It can change the game so quickly. Now it's 4-6 in a blink of an eye.
Another ace by the Cowboys.
Yes.
7-4.
That's where our new favorite word, that libero, is important. She needs to position herself right now to receive these powerhouse serves. She receives it with the set.
Nelson puts it up. Gillette to Duzik. Duzik has to just bump it over. Cowboys come right back. And we have a...
In the net on Meeker.
Into the net or under the net violation. Cross-court violation by the Cowboys. Bulldogs down by 2. 7-5.
Hanging in there now. You've just got to go on a roll. Your best player now with the serve. Nice serve. Meeker sets up with the back spike here. This is serviceable here now. Good job, Lawton, keeping it alive. She's going to set it backwards. Oh, what are they going to call here? Oh, they haven't called that all game. Oh, he's going to just call nothing. You see, he's like...
And you know what? Haley Herndon in there now. She did a great job. Haley Herndon on the court. Varsity action, just a freshman.
I like that, though. You see, he said, hey, I made a mistake. Errant whistle, let's go again. Oh, but it causes that. Just changes momentum so much. The old saying, swallow your whistle. 8-5, Bulldogs down now. Here's the set. And right now you can see that the girls are really down right now. They've got that feeling as though they can't do it now. They've got to pull it back together. It's only 9-5.
Yeah, you're in it right now. Let's get it going. Let's get a rally. Let's get some points back. Good bump by Samuelson. Set by Lawton. Herndon comes up with a nice spike. Good dig by the Cowboys. Herndon again. Nice job. And Herndon right with the get back. Puts it back across. Way to be on her toes. Big play for the Bulldogs.
And you see there, now they've got their heads up, and they think they can. Lawton will be serving here. Huge to put together, string together a few points to get back in this. Scoring-wise, it's unlike any other sport out there. You really just have to get a little bit going, and just like that, it's out. I mean, that just kills you. So now it'll be 10-6. Gotta put those in.
Volleyball, such a momentum sport.
You blink, you look away for a moment, and somebody gets a few rallies going, and it's going the other direction quickly.
And that's good because Klingelsmith, probably the top server for the Cowboys.
Yeah, she is a powerhouse. Now Samuelson, one of our top servers back there, Put it in a few times there, Samuelson.
Oh, it was so close.
Now 3 in a row. Us twice and Meeker once. We've missed the services. You think about that. That's 2 points negative against the Bulldogs. There's your difference, 7-10. And again, that's just rack them right there. Serving them up. They're going to put that down hard. It's 12-7. If the Bulldogs can just pull a little bit together here. Here's a power serve, jump serve, and it's a done deal. I don't want to be down there receiving that serve, Kip. That is crazy tough. Timeout for the Bulldogs. We're having fun up here on senior night, Kip. Hopefully these Lady Dogs can pull together a few points in a row. There we go.
Nice hit.
And it's going to be in the net, I believe, on Meeker. Heck, anytime they stop it and call something, we're going to say in the net.
We're just going to say in the net.
Because I don't know anything else. They're in the net.
Morgan Nelson back to serve for the Bulldogs.
There you go. Good bump.
By Lawton, set by Samuelson. Lawton just has to put it back over. Finds a way, not the best hit, but it finds a way over. It crawls over the net, and those ones are tough to return. 14-8 lead for the Cowboys.
Yeah, just open areas of play. Bulldogs have played hard tonight, just not able to get it done, and that kind of sums it up right there. You're trying everything you've got, everybody's diving, but Meeker does a great job of putting it in places we are not. Things just falling apart now for the Bulldogs.
You said it though, Shane, just a second ago. Girls still diving everywhere. I'm so proud of our girls, our 2 seniors especially. Kudos to them. They both have had great careers, and they still got some season to go, and a lot of great things could happen. Of course, we want them to come back here. We'll see how it washes out, but no quitting these girls, man. Look at them go, man. They're playing hard. Nice spike by Duzik as we're talking.
There you go. Absolutely no quit there. Set her up again. Let her have it. Cross court. Nice spike. See if they can finish this. Just see Kip every time. Meeker just finds a way.
Yeah, some great saves by the Cowboys. Because those are good hits by the Bulldogs. There we go. Now we get one. Bulldog girls are scrappy, man. They're going to stay in there and they're going to fight.
All the way to the bitter end here. Put some together now. Let's get a good serve, and those just kill you. So that makes it 17-9. Kills the rally here. Meeker will be serving. Nerve-wracking thing there to go back and serve. They still got a 16-9, so we'll keep it there. That's fine with me. Here's that crazy running jump serve. Beach volleyball style. Put over the net.
Nice dig by Hildebrandt. Makes the save.
He won it a few times. It was a bad serve or a bad set there for Meeker, and even then, look, it just seems as though all the luck is on their side.
If that ball is an inch higher, Maddie Jo has a perfect time. She's going to block it. She's going to return it, but it catches the net just enough that it just throws all your timing off.
Sometimes you just don't have the luck with you. Samuelson with a good job receiving that. Bailey tries to throw it over. Oh, first time they've messed up that quick spike. Gives the Bulldogs a chance. So one thing you probably won't see, Kip, is my favorite old play was on the other side of the net. I'd be under the net, and as my friend went to jump up to spike, I'd punch him right in the gut as hard as I could. You probably won't see that here.
I bet the ref wouldn't know what to call if he saw that.
There's no signal for that. A nice dig right there. And there you go. Never give up attitude.
Right.
Never quit.
Now, Shane, you talking about your favorite move. I thought what you were going to tell me was you would have your friend stand in the middle, and when you jumped, they'd pull the net down. And then it looked like you really elevated, and then you would lay it down.
That's fantastic too. Between the two of us, we could score a few points, I think, but we couldn't compete at all with these young ladies. They're fabulous volleyball players, and we're sure happy to be here and proud of all these young ladies out here playing the sport of volleyball. There we go. So a little bit of a rally. Duzik with a nice serve. And a little bit of a miss again, so you never know.
Going. Here we go. Coming. We're just edging ourselves back into it. 19-13.
There's no one else we'd rather have back there than Duzik right now serving. Another powerful serve. Makes it harder to set up that spike, and it did. No spike there. Good job here. Give Samuelson a chance. Good backcourt spike.
Ooh, nice save by Duzik. Janet Camilletti, cross-court spike.
Oh, and that's one you just don't know, and we'll never know if it was going to be out.
It was going to be close. Great ball placement by the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're just so good at looking over where we're at and putting it in a spot we can't reach.
Herndon. And all for naught as Meeker's able to hold on to that point.
Now 21-13. It's panic button time now. Nice that the crowd that we had here tonight. A lot of students in the student section. Bump. Nice set over.
Great idea by Lawton. Almost got it. Meeker's so good at they've had so many saves. It looked like just one arm, stretch that arm out, and somehow they save it.
Nice job there now, 21.
Bulldogs never say die, they just keep fighting.
Hanging in there, 21-14 now. You cannot make any mistakes basically at this point. Let's see if Lawton can get this serve in. She missed the last one, good job. Meeker with the opportunity, nice spike, good dig, nice job. Here we go, Samuelson from the backcourt. Good job.
Nice job, Samuelson. Put some heat on that one, and Meeker can't handle it. 21-15.
And there we go. So like the great poet once said, I shall not go quietly into this good night. And Bulldogs right now refusing to go quietly. Good job. They got the quick spike done. Bailey does a quick set over.
Nice block by Herndon. Keeps it in play for the Bulldogs.
Oh, that's one you know is going to be out. So close. Heartbreaking because we had something going there.
22-15.
And again, it's been fun to watch. Exciting, athletic girls out here going toe-to-toe. Another crazy serve. Good job by Duzik showing her skills. Here we go, still alive.
Nice block. Gotta love that when you see a freshman, Haley Herndon, jumping up and making a block.
Heck yeah, the future is bright. Lots of young youth on our team, Kip.
Yeah, only 2 seniors and 1 junior. But 7 sophomores on this varsity squad.
Getting a lot of varsity experience, and that's how you build for the future. And there we had Samuelson, just too much energy as she hits that serve out of bounds. Remember the old days too, where if the serve hit the net, it was out too? Remember that also. Yep. Now it's a perfect serve. Over the net. And it's out. Oh, they're going to say that it touched her hair.
Touched it. Just nicked the Bulldog. 24-16 game point for the Cowboys.
Duzik honest to the end there. Did you see that? She said, oh, it touched my hair. I said, it didn't touch nothing. So honest though. What a great young girl there. Well, Kip, game, set, match right now. 1 more point ends it all. But Duzik with the nice reception of that serve. Here's the spike. Not gonna go quietly. Here's a big spike. And it's out.
Nice read by Lawton. Goes out. And Bulldogs staying in it. Fighting till the end.
That's the sickest feeling, Kip, as you slowly turn and hope with your fingers crossed that that ball is going to be outside that line, and such a split-second decision every time.
Hey, perfect. Nice serve. Gets the ace.
So again, just a couple serves go a different direction, Kip, and this game is right there. Think about it. It's 3 serves different, and you're tied up.
Nelson with a nice serve. Blocked by the Bulldogs. Timmer dives. That's how the Bulldogs played all game, all out. And they end it diving, giving everything they got. Bulldogs falling straight sets to the Cowboys. Final game, final score, 25-18. You've been watching Moffat County Volleyball. This is MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM.